Bitcoin has been flying. Meme coins skyrocketing. When the hell is alt season going to come? Well, guys, we did a deep dive, and today's show is going to be all about when is altcoin season actually going to be here. We studied the charts, we look at the analysis, and today we're going to bring it all to you guys because altcoin season is where the real money is made. Now, let's be honest. In the meme coin game, we make some, we lose some. At the end of the day, I don't think that anyone here is getting really, really rich. You hear the story once in a blue moon of somebody, and yes, that can happen, but we're not going in with size on these gambles. We're going with little bits of money because it's fun, right? We're bored. We're waiting for real alt season to start. When alt season comes in, that's when your bags on the things that deserve to go up 50 or 100x do go up. The high quality utility altcoins. And some people say it might not even come, but today we're gonna tell you that it is absolutely coming, and we'll show you the proof that it is. All right, guys, with that being said, without further ado, let's dive into it. Alt season's coming, and today we're gonna talk about it. Guys, just destroy that like button, obliterate it, absolutely smash it, share this video with all your friends. If you're new to the channel, what's up? My name is Chasse. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit the bell notification, hit all so you guys get notifications when I make these videos. They're very time sensitive, as you know. Let's get into it, guys. Looking at the Bitcoin chart and my trades that are open right now, the market, US market started trading about 35 minutes ago. And as you can see, we almost hit $100,000 today. We actually came up and we touched it. We kissed it, almost there, 99,500 or something like that, right? 99,463. And we knew that 100,000 was going to be a psychological resistance level, but that everyone thought that was the case. Everyone thought that was obvious, a given. You know, but I started thinking about this, right? Is 100,000 really a psychological level? For traders, absolutely. So we're seeing a little bit of that right now, guys. What we're seeing right now, in my opinion, is traders who are worried about the $100,000 psychological level selling to take advantage, and they're trading the markets. That's what they do. They trade the markets, right? But for me, my feeling is that the bulk majority of the money coming into the space right now is not traders. The bulk amount of the money, the $1 billion yesterday from the ETFs that we'll get into in a second, I believe that is from long-term holders, and they don't care if the price is $97,000 or $105,000 or $110,000. They're just buying, and they're not thinking about that for a long time. And so my feeling is that a lot of people were expecting us to hit or come close to $100,000 and then have a big pullback, right? 10, 15, 20, 30%. I don't think it's going to happen. I think the ETFs are going to be positive again tomorrow. We'll find out later, right? For sure. But that's just my gut feeling, right? So what did I do? Well, you can see my longs are still open. Bitcoin and AVAX doing quite well. They're doing much better earlier. But look at my AVAX trade is now up 100%. It's doing actually better than my Bitcoin trade. So, you know, I'm up $25,000 on that, up $156,000 over here. And look at this too. I also added more on my Solana trade, right? At 255, right? So here at 255 is just about an hour ago, I added my position, and you can see before my entry price was 245. And now my entry price goes to 251 because I added more at 255, right? I just think, and we'll talk about why in just a second here, but you can see that Solana is looking pretty sharp, pretty strong over here. It went down all the way to 253 about. I got it at 255. As we talked about yesterday, Solana is about to go into price discovery, right? It's about to touch all-time highs and just continue to keep going, as we can see over here in this chart. See that? Just about to break through, and it tried to earlier and then came back a little bit. So my trade's open right now. You can see, sweet. And then Solanzo, I added more to it. And they're pretty big trades. The value of this Bitcoin trade is $430,000. The value of the Sol trade, $400,000, and Sui, $100,000. Now, so Solana, the reason I wanted to do this now is because I don't have a big Solana spot position, right? I keep buying Solana, and then I keep spending it all on memes, right? I have almost no actual Solana spot because every time I do, I put it in memes. Right? I think that's it. So some people have huge Solana spot positions. I just have big memes and memes in Solana. That's what I have over there. So I wanted some exposure to Solana itself, right? Because I think it's going to run super hard. I'll tell you why in the show. We're going to find out about it, right? So that's where I am. Guys, if you guys want to use some good exchanges that don't require KYC, they don't need to know your business, use Levex or Blowfin. There's affiliate links in the description below. If you make some deposits, you get bonuses on Levex. They will match if you use my sign up link, they will match your deposit. And whenever you deposit for your first trade, wherever you do the first trade, they'll match it for you. So that's pretty cool. And then you guys will get into the VVIP group. Instructions are in the description below. So you can see yesterday in the Bitcoin ETFs, there was $1 billion of inflows. And like I said before, I didn't see them slowing down, right? In fact, it just got heavier, right? There's a big day from BlackRock, big day from Fidelity, big day for Bitwise, et cetera, et cetera. $1 billion inflows, not to mention Michael Saylor, everyone else buying. Now let's look at Ethereum. Ethereum did have a good little run, but it still had a negative outflow. It doesn't matter though. That's just mostly coming from Grayscale. And I do think though, and we'll talk about it in just a minute, of when is alt season coming and why I think the time is getting very close for some rotation here. And we have some altcoin alpha at the end, some Memecoin altcoin alpha at the end, by the way, guys. So US Bitcoin ETFs just smashed $100 billion in assets since launching in January, right? The greatest ETF launch ever. $100 billion in assets for the Bitcoin ETFs. Tremendous buy pressure on our markets. Where would we be without the ETFs? Eventually we'd get up here, but this helped a lot. Bitcoin balances on exchanges just hit an all-time low. Supply shock incoming. We've been talking about this forever, guys. Supply shock is the real deal right now, right? Like look at this, just continues to come crashing down. Supply on exchanges, all-time low. Price going up all-time high. This is just going to get more extreme and more extreme and more inversely correlated, right? The more the supply goes down, the more the price goes up, right? That's just simple economics 101. So the Ethereum futures open interest just surges to new all-time high, over and above 20 billion. So there's interest from institutions coming in and they're looking at Ethereum, right? And again, remember, I mean, it just goes to show you, right? When I told you guys, if you guys watch my channel every day, you know, I told you when I closed that long and bought Bitcoin, I said, watch. It's probably going to happen where as soon as I do this, that Ethereum's going to start running. And it did, right? Good thing I still have a bunch of spot Ethereum. So latest Bitcoin open interest hits new all-time highs of $63.32 billion of open interest, which is absolutely incredible. But if we look over here on Velo Markets, the heat map, right? Remember, it's not super crazy, right? If we look at the heat map over here, even in 1 month, like it's really looking quite mellow. So we don't have anything to worry about as far as, you know, the leverage being washed out, or still very, very normal funding rates. Look for BTC is still in green, right? When these things get heated, super heated, you know, the orange or red, flush outs are necessary. But for right now, we have very healthy markets. Unless you're the ding dong who is shorting the market right now. $1 billion worth of shorts will get liquidated if Bitcoin hits $100,000. A short squeeze is coming. Absolutely. Why would you short in a market like this? Are you a masochist? Do you love pain? You must love pain if you're shorting the market. The relentless surge in CME open interest shows no sign of stopping. Back-to-back all-time highs. To contextualize this, the growth of CME open interest over the past 15 days is larger than the average notional open interest on CME in any year before 2022. Huge numbers. Bitcoin is just breaking all kinds of records, right? Crypto is breaking all kinds of records. And what Miles says over here, right? And I'm going to group over here with Miles. So Miles is showing us this chart over here, right? And it's saying, what Miles is saying is essentially that very interesting BTC data. Bitcoin whales are aggressively selling, whilst retail spot ETFs are aggressively buying. ETF flows must remain very strong, or else long-term holders sell pressure may catch up to the market. So he says retail whales are aggressively selling, while institutions and ETFs are aggressively buying. If the ETFs were to stop buying, then we'd have significant downward pressure. But I don't think they're going to stop. They're going to stop buying. I think that they want Bitcoin whales and retail to sell that to them while it's still technically cheap. Under $100,000 is cheap. Under $150,000 is cheap. Under $200,000 is cheap, right? Because we know it's going to like $1 million, $2 million, right? And we know it's going to more than that long term. And so if they can get it under 500 grand, the Bitcoin's still cheap. So they're going to love. Don't sell your Bitcoin to the ETFs. Let them go buy it in the open market. Bitcoin has the third best risk-adjusted returns of select assets in 2024, which is crazy, is that MicroStrategy is far outperforming everybody else by almost 4.5x. And NVIDIA is coming in second, Bitcoin coming in third. I'm actually, I don't know, I guess I'm not surprised. NVIDIA is crushing. Okay, here we go. So a lot of people just a couple months ago were saying when Coinbase app gets to number one in, well, I guess it's an all-time apps, but right now it's number one in finance in the US. But this is not a sign of top. People are saying this would be a top sign. This is just a sign of adoption happening. If we look at this chart over here in CryptoCon, it says, is everyone and their dog watching MVRVZ for the Bitcoin cycle top? We talked about these metrics before. You bet, but that hasn't stopped it from showing us perfectly where we are in the cycle. The all-time high break, the same thing that has led to every other powerful bull market, 2 tops to go. More people will abandon ship early this cycle than ever before, which isn't an over-enthusiasm. It's just psychology. So many were burned in 2021 and held to the bottom. They're scared and they want to lock in profit. Relax. This is what we've been waiting for. It's just getting started. Really well said. As you can see back here, guys, this is the 2013 bull market, 2017, 2021 over here. And this is the first time it touches this all-time high green line here. And then you can see that that's kind of the first, bam, there, right? And we look at the respective charts here, there's still a lot more upside to go, guys. A lot more. And we know this cycle feels much stronger, more powerful than ever before. And it will be, which is exciting as hell. Entire crypto Twitter right now, except for us, if you're watching the channel, except for me, but most of them, you know, I'm in some groups with some whales, some influencers and stuff like that. And whenever Bitcoin goes to all-time high, I go, happy all-time high, guys. And then they tell me, Kyle, we don't have Bitcoin. Okay, well, you should. So when your friends congratulate you on the Bitcoin price, but your ball's deep in alts. This guy. Yeah. So this is showing you Bitcoin dominance, right? And every time that we get this, and this is a trend line, a multi-year trend line from 2017. Get out of Bitcoin, alt season, bam, right? And then, you know, you go to the bottom of the market crashed over here at the end of 2017. And then Bitcoin dominance starts climbing while we go through this painful bear market, right? And alts bleed like crazy, guys. Alts bleed and bleed and bleed and bleed and bleed, right? And then over here in 2021, right? January 2021 was when alt season started, right? That's when paid network launched. That's when it just skyrocketed. Everything was on crazy. And then boom, market crashes at the end of 2021, end of alt season. And then it got a little bit of a drift again in early 2022, but mostly we went into this long, brutal bear market. And now we're getting close to the trend line of Bitcoin dominance and then alt season again, right? So has happened every cycle in crypto so far. It's likely to happen again. It's going to happen again. And this is just the same thing, different perspective, you know, saying that when Bitcoin dominance gets here, you know, 63, 64, 65%, coming crashing all the way back down. But it could happen even sooner than that. But in my opinion, I still think January, February is a time, right? And we'll get into that in a little bit. We have Donald Trump's media company trying to acquire Bakkt. Bakkt is an exchange. It was founded by Block One. So this is quite bullish. Trump wants to buy a crypto exchange. Like, that's insane. that's literally insane. The future president, the president-elect, president of the United States, wants to buy a crypto exchange. Like, thank God of where we are in the market. Like, holy crap. Just to think of, we had such a horrible administration before. Gary Gensler, bye, Gary, by the way, bye. No one's going to miss you. Get out of here. Bye. See you later. Get out. Whew. It just feels good. This feels really good, right? I feel like it was, you know, good versus evil, right, in the world. And like we were like this close to going down like a tyrannical nightmare of a woke, insane world. And to me, it feels like that's all being reversed right now and very quickly. It's impressive and it feels really good. Moving back on. Alex Becker says, study last cycle. It lines up near perfectly with this cycle. Alts didn't really move until January, February. The next play is a position for, it's obvious and everyone will hate it when it happens. I do think though, I do think that once alts start running, a lot of these memes are going to go to zero, right? They are already going to zero. And I think that another reason I think altcoins are going to have a big run is because I know that a lot of people out there in meme coins are not making money, right? They're buying the top. They're top blasting. They're seeing green candles. They're chasing them. They're aping into it, and then it's going down, right? Because most of the things aren't going up, and people don't know how to trade, and they're getting emotional, and it's a nightmare. And so people are going to be tired of getting burnt. And so they're either going to leave and never come back, or they're going to look for something else, something that's less degen, less risky, with a real team behind it, that's docs, with a real product that bigger money can get behind, and we can have a proper alt season where people aren't getting rugged left and right. Right? Because a rug almost never happens with docs teams who've got real product, right? And VC backed. I know it's not attractive right now, but trust me, it will be one day again. And I'm looking forward to that. And that's what we're talking about in this video here. One thing I want to show you is you can see here over the past 7 days, Bitcoin's done 10%, ETH 8.5%. But as we start to go back down, like Solana outperforming Bitcoin, Ethereum, not quite. It looked different earlier. Right? But then we have the major ones. XRP really starting to run hard, right? Favorable environments for Americans over there. You've got Dogecoin, the basically bluest chip meme coin, far outperforming Bitcoin. You've got Cardano, far outperforming Bitcoin. You've got SUI outperforming Bitcoin, but that's about it, right? Then everything else kind of matches it. Stellar, which is like Ripple, basically. So what's my point here? My point is the largest quality altcoins are starting to outperform Bitcoin. And so we're starting to see the very beginning of the rotation into altcoin season. Remember, the rotation is Bitcoin to the largest cap altcoins to then larger altcoins. So maybe like the beginning, we start to see this like top 20 running, right? And then maybe we see the top 50, and then we see the top 100, and so on and so forth. So we're starting to rotate a little bit. And the point is, what I want to talk to you guys about is like, you can go and look at, and maybe let me know in the comments below if you guys want us to make a video of what we expect to run really hard. Because right now, a lot of these alts, they're at a really great discount. But the second that alt season kicks in and you try to go buy them then, you're going to miss the first 2, 3, 4, 5x on these projects, because just things turn around like this in an instant. And boom, the best altcoins that right now you could buy at like 90% discount, they won't be at a discount anymore the day that alt season really starts. So it is good to position, here accordingly. And admittedly, myself, I'm over allocated memes and I don't have enough high quality altcoins in my portfolio at the moment. That's okay up until this point. But, I will really kick myself if looking back, I didn't see some of the most obvious things. So let me know in the comments below if you guys want me to make a video. I'm not going to urgently do it because I think we have until December. But let me know in the comments below if you would like me to make a couple, because like maybe it's by sector, right? The best altcoins that I think will run the hardest in alt season. So like I said before, bye Gary. See ya. Resigning on January 20th. Good. Bye. No one will miss you. No one. AI and memes back to half of all mind share. They never left. QW over here says, Phantom ranking way above Coinbase on the App Store should tell you this is the first cycle ever where large number of new users go straight on chain, bypassing sexes. This is progress. This is fantastic. I hope that we put less dependency on centralized exchanges and more reliability on on-chain experiences with high quality user interfaces, right? We need good UX, good UI, and we need to get rid of our requirements for centralized exchanges. They are so toxic. Guys, centralized exchanges are toxic. They charge projects up the yin yang to list them, then they go dump their tokens, and it's so unnecessary. We don't need them. I cannot wait for the day when no one cares about a sex listing. They're so dumb. And now things are getting so great with things like Moonshot and other, retail onboarding applications. It's fantastic. And now with a more friendly environment, it's probably going to become even better to make integrations with things like Apple Pay or Google Pay or whatever. And quickly, guys, if you didn't catch the video yesterday, there is a Black Friday sale on both NordVPN and Ledger. So if you need a VPN, you need to access things like Moonshot, you need to protect yourself, or you want to store your crypto on a hardware wallet, which is really important. Check the links in the description below, guys. There's affiliate links for both of them, which get you guys nice discounts on both. Now, this is important. This is why I opened my Solana long, right? Why? Because this is Eleanor from Fox News Business, and she says, scoop, talks between SEC staff, hopefully not Gary, hopefully Gary's with Biden, like on a beach somewhere having a pina colada or something, like that, whatever. So SEC staff and issuers looking to launch a Sol spot ETF are progressing, with the SEC now engaging on S1 applications. Guys, remember, if you were here before with the Bitcoin ETFs, we talked about this, the S1s and the 19B4s. This is all happening again with Solana. You got VanEck, 21 shares, and Canary Funds and Bitwise have all filed for Solana ETFs. They filed the S1s, and the 19B4s might come later. Now, this does not guarantee that the Solana ETF will pass, and the SEC does have 240 days to approve or deny these, right? And so right now, this news hasn't created a huge spike in Solana's price. The day that BlackRock files for the Solana ETF, the price of Solana is going to shoot up like 50% or 100% or something. And I'll have my long open. So, I wouldn't take this, like when BlackRock steps up on the table and then throws down for the Solana ETF, it's on, baby. It's on. And they might do that. They might do that tomorrow. They might do it next week, or they might not do it, right? We just, at this point, I take all this stuff with a grain of salt. A lot of people are putting way too much emphasis on this. I would say that it's completely irrelevant. You have 240 days to approve or deny, right? But when BlackRock comes in, it means business, right? It means business, because they know, right? They've won like 700 to 1 on the ETF game. And they only need a Bitcoin ETF to make much money, actually. So Chill over here says, it feels like Solana will be the best place to trade for a bit longer. Stop trading, believe in something, guys. But he says Sol ETF is coming. We don't know yet, but we hope so. Sol new all-time high. I've been telling you guys about this, breaking resistance into price discovery. That's why I've got my long open, hoping to send it higher. Sentient AI and TikTok Meta is going strong. So ETH is still lagging a bit, and on-chain utility has been pretty slow. Don't expect that to change until mid-December or early January at the latest. ETH BTC still hasn't formed a convincing bottom. Expecting Solana Eco to deliver more pain to utility maxis and project founders. It is painful, guys. I'm telling you, I know sometimes in the comments you ask about Pay Network and Commonwealth, are they ever going to go up? And guys, these are my babies, right? Commonwealth and Paid, I'm going to do everything I can to absolutely make these projects the best in the world. But right now, just no one's interested in highly innovative, quality, groundbreaking altcoins. But that will change, right? And your favorite altcoins, or the altcoins that you thought were going to be dead, are going to go up 2, 3, 4x times, sometimes in a day. And you're going to look back and go, damn, it was so obvious. It was so obvious. Don't sell your utility bags to ape memes. The tide will turn, but for now, it requires patience. For the time being, I will move with the market and take the setups it gives me. Amen. So, did you guys hear about this? Breaking news. Vivek and Elon are starting Dogecast.
As part of that process, I'm now all in. I'm focused on making sure that we actually accomplish the goal rather than just talking about it. So to that end, for the next little bit, I'm going to put a pause on the Weekly Truth podcasts. I've enjoyed doing it this year. It's been incredibly fun and entertaining. I've learned from a lot of the guests, and I've enjoyed communicating with all of you. We're going to put that on pause for a little bit. And as you may have heard, Elon and I are going to start a separate track of Dogecasts that explain exactly what we're doing to the public to provide transparency in what is a once-in-a-generation project. We want to bring the public along with us, to lift the curtain, to take us behind the scenes of what actually that waste, fraud, and abuse in government looks like. However bad you think it is, it's probably worse. But we don't want to do this to just expose the problem. We want to do it to solve the problem.
So they got Dogecast coming, guys. And you probably guessed it. There's a meme for that. Now, I don't know how I feel about this. I haven't bought these yet, but I'm probably, I will buy. I haven't bought these as of this recording, but likely by the time you watch it, I will likely have bought something, right? But so you have a couple things right here. So you have one on Solana and one on Doge. The one on one on ETH, right? The one on ETH is $18 million FTV. The one over here on Solana is a $4 million FTV, right? Way more JEETs over here on Solana. Now they both have proper setups. They both have X accounts. This one has 25 posts, whatever, and doing this thing. The website went up real quick. These guys just obviously made it very, very, very quickly. And this is the one on ETH, has 2,000 followers versus the one on Solana, which has almost 2,000 followers. So I'm sure there's some overlap there, right? And this is the one on ETH, has their website here. Looks like most other memes. And the idea is that once a week discussion on the Dogecast is going to be something that is often repeated all the time on mainstream media. However, as you guys know, for me, I'm the most bullish on this one, on Doge, because Elon just loved to say it. And it's really, this is the Department of Government Efficiency is the thing, right? And it's 250 mil right now. I'm a pretty big, heavy bag holder of that, but you never know, right? You never know. I'm not a genius on these things. I don't have, sometimes you have to lower your IQ, and maybe these things do okay. But for me, I like Doge. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up today. I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye-bye.